Hello, little Nikolai Niskartop. Have you ever heard about capitalism before?
What's capitalism?
Well, I'm glad that you have asked that question. Capitalism is the most dangerous corruption invented by the devils of America. So pick up your hammer, your sickle, and of course your vodka, and join communism.
I love communism.
This message is brought to you by
Krasenskinsik-Nickel-Nickelhoff.
For Communism.
Now that might seem funny to you, class, but in today's society, people are actually pushing for democratic socialism, and that's funny because it ends up being just the totalitarian socialism that we saw in the video. And if Bernie Sanders were to run under his platform truly, it would probably be something like, "Hey guys, we're gonna make America poor again." You know what I'm saying, Jimmy? Jimmy! So Jimmy, I have a question for you. What do people who live in a free society tend to forget?
They tend to forget the limited amount of time and part of the globe that there has ever been any sort of political freedom. The typical state of mankind being tyranny, oppression, and servitude.
Actually, Jimmy, that's right. You can go back to sleep. McGregory, what does Milton Friedman say the two ways of coordinating the economic activities of millions are?
Psh. Obviously, one is done by the central government and it's used as coercion and the totalitarian states to get its rule correctly. The other being a voluntary way of doing business with individuals in a society.
I guess you guys are paying attention, huh? So guys, in societies where welfare won out over freedom, what is the implicit threat as told by Hayek? Marley.
Dude, kayaks? I love kayaks. Like, I'm not even going like too fast or anything, but like totally chill, like hanging out on the lakes. It's the best, you know?
No, I said Hayek, the philosopher. He said that a continued development towards centralized government would end up with a society of serfdom.
Bro, serfdom? What's wrong with that, man? I love surfing. Like, bust a freaking gnarly, like, turn on a sick wave, you know? Crazy.
Marley, just so you know, you're the main reason that I'm against the legalization of marijuana. So. In other news, guys, the English are doing some pretty dumb stuff. Or they were anyways. Crazy enough, the English were taking away personal liberties with the Labour Party and allocating occupations to individuals. Obama, thoughts?
Let me be perfectly clear. I think that idea would work for America.
And this is why I didn't vote for you. That actually ended up being repealed as countries moved away from oppression and went back towards economic freedom. So obviously it didn't work. And how, class, does an economy work instead of bartering in means of creating economic exchange? That's right, money!
But all I have is a credit card, so...
Your credit card still requires there to be money. Anyways, so what is the expense as the central government gains power? Carl?
Nothing. The people benefit as they become the same.
No, Carl. The expense is to the local government. Political power in a system needs to be kept separate from economic power in order to make things free and equal.
But then the bourgeoisie will overwhelm the working class, and the wealth will remain in the hands of the few. The capitalist class will then be overthrown by the working class.
Well, actually, in a free society, you have the ability to promote communism, but at the same time, I have the freedom to tell you you're wrong. You're wrong. So. All right, class. I'll need you to have read Chapter 2, The Role of Government in Free Society, by next week. I mean, if you're not too busy dreaming up about socialist utopias, Carl. Carl.